Good afternoon, folks. You're looking at the new Xpeng P7 Plus sedan, and I wouldn't be here to review it if it weren't for the three factors that got me here. One, it's very well drawn. I applaud the designer. Number two, I saw that there's a lot of excitement about it. 30,000 confirmed pre-orders to date. That's impressive for a sedan. And third, based on the first two, I took it for a test drive and was so impressed with how it drives for $30,000 that I called the cameraman and we decided to show you the whole thing. Sit back comfortably. Xpeng P7 Plus. Now let's talk about the ups and downs. I'll start with the ups. The way I see it, that's why there's such a large number of pre-orders. And it always starts with the seating. A person comes in, sits down. If he is uncomfortable sitting, it greatly affects his decision-making. Here is just cool. Look at the console. First of all, it's not very wide. Secondly, it's narrow, even at the end. Today, there are many consoles that spread out. So, my right knee is very comfortable. 187 centimeters tall, I'm sitting straight in front of my knee, almost 5 fingers. If I lie down, I can feel comfy too. A person taller than me can fit in here easily. Getting in here, I know I'm going to be relaxing in this car because it has straight up plenty of room for the driver. It's wide and it's just comfortable to sit in. And the seat itself is soft. So that is the first big plus. Front and rear have massage, ventilation, and heating. How do you like that for a sedan at 5 meters for $30,000 in the top trim? Look at this smart solution they made. There's tough competition now, and you need to wow the customer somehow. For a low price, try to impress as much as possible. And see how they did it. Up top, right here. They provided a very expensive artificial leather. It's one of the best I've seen. It's pricier than in German E-Class cars today. More than in BYD, pricier than in Zeekr. It's really premium, top-notch. But here they saved money and went with bare plastic. Many in this price segment give cheaper artificial leather here, cheaper, but they also give it at the bottom. And here they decided, here is where you touch your hands, your elbow will be very pleasant. I asked myself a question. What would I choose if I could choose? Everywhere else is cheaper, or here it's plastic and here it's high-quality leather. I'd probably go with this option, 20x Opera speakers. First of all, there's a lot of room. This is not an E-Class in terms of seating. Any E-Class is smaller. It's like sitting in an S-Class. The dashboard is exactly the same story as the door cards. Everything underneath is bare plastic. And everything on top is more expensive than its rivals, even the ones that are more expensive than it. I like the design of the dashboard. I think they did a good job of drawing both the outside and the inside. Look how good the speakers look. The only thing I don't like, this extra gold color right here. Now I'll show you the color of these parts in a pure black interior and where it looks more appealing. Let's check for creaks now.
Не понял.
What? Like in Lixiang? Ah, the screen here was a little. Not like in Lixiang. I'll give it a 4 with plus, B+. Did you notice how well the Chinese build the dashboard? Some cars certainly have flaws in the build, but most are above reproach. As one engineer at Lincoln Co. told me, the Chinese just try harder. Unlike the Japanese, and we're just working hard, just because we have no other choice. If we don't work hard, we're not going to get them out of here. The air is mechanical, everything here, and the armrest, same great materials as the dash top. There are two wireless charging, two cup holders. The armrest is big and wrapped in fabric. There are 3 scents. Inside, it's covered with fabric. The ceiling is similar to Alcantara. Here, everything is as usual. It's magnetic and a bumper camera that displays the image here. You can turn it off or on if you want. And you have a regular mirror, 15-inch screen, chip 8295p. We have the chance to turn the car like this. If I open the door, is there an animation? Yeah, there's an animation. Okay, good. Well, the screen is better quality than its classmates. For the money, body size. BYD has the most average screen. It's not top of the line, but it's slightly above average. Let me see if we can adjust the climate like this. Yes, we can. Where's the map? The map is probably right here. Okay, got it. See? The map flies. Screen can split. If I want to throw this part over here, I use 3 fingers to clamp it. I have some kind of menu here, apparently hotkeys. You can set the apps as you wish. Top to bottom is the hotkey menu. Got it, right? All in all, the screen is better than average screens on the market. English is immediately already in the system. The driver's screen has the same quality picture as the center screen, but no projector on the windshield. And look, they've given better screens than the BYD. They're its main competitors. There's a projector there, and there's no projector here. In base models, all seats are artificial leather. This is the top model with genuine Napa leather. I'll show you where. Where I'm pointing, where there's perforation, it's leather. These parts are made of artificial leather. There's even a speaker in the headrest. And the headrest is artificial leather. And this is a Velcro pillow. Something like Alcantara and as soft as what the Chinese like now. A pretty lamp is in the back. I'm pressing the brake now. Did you see that? Let's check the trunk. 725 liters should be. There's a lot of room here. It's a big trunk. Look here. Rubber holder. 12-volt cigarette lighter. Flip the headrest over and I fit in here just fine. My head is on the headrest, and there's still some space in front of my feet. 187 tall, sat behind myself. I got 2.5 fists here. It's a big car. There's a lot of room in the back. The door card is the same as the front. They didn't skimp. 1 pane of glass. By the way, there's no shade, just a full panorama. It's very dark. For some reason, they've made it very dark. But there's a pros and cons to it. Probably can't see anything in the evening. Although if the skyscrapers are lit up, the view will be great. I've got a light bulb here, I've got a hook. I like the angle of the backrest already. I could travel far. Plus, I can lean back even more. There's a button for that. I could possibly... Maybe... Oh wait, I can't. My head is hitting here. Someone a bit shorter than me could rest here and take a nap. But I can't. I'm hitting my head. I'm too tall for this type of car. You see, it has this slanted design. I'll slide down. This way, I won't hit. Yes, I could nap like this. Let's check the armrest. The materials here match those over there. But it's all made from very high-quality, smooth synthetic leather. It's incredibly smooth. Better than regular leather. Definitely better. If someone told me today you want regular leather everywhere, or you want this artificial leather, 10 times out of 10 I'd go with this artificial. And there's no smell, that's cool. No smell. It's all simple here. It's wide and big. There are slots for 2 phones inside. Let's see how it looks. Like this. Or like this. All right, fine. What do we have here? We have a table that is the same for everyone. You get it. And this one is also quite nice. Overall, it has a latch, and there's a TV here. A USB charging port, air conditioning, an 8-inch display. And the quality is above average. Oh, you can put a joystick in here and play games. The back of the front seats has the same material as up here. They could have used cheaper materials here, and with the money saved, they could cover the door panels at the bottom more cheaply. Leave the top as it is and make the bottom cheaper. Well, I don't know. Probably because it's a family car. There's a lot of people riding in the back and they all want to kind of touch the cool materials too. There you go. A sleeping area can be made by folding down the front seats. They can be folded down. You purchase a special mattress that respects the anatomy of the seats. And you can rest. Plastic is below. On top, however, are premium materials. There's no projector, but there's a nice screen. This is in comparison to the main rivals. Now moving on, its powertrain. It has a rear-wheel drive with one electric motor producing 310 horsepower. It accelerates from 0 to 100 in 5.9 seconds. In terms of suspension, it's a bit more interesting than its main competitors. The BYD Han, for example, they've got McPherson suspension, most of them. But here it's got double wishbones at the front and multi-lever at the back. It's got 17.5 centimeters of ground clearance. Next, the battery. Let's go. 76 kilowatt hours. They order it from the same company that is the supplier for Apple's factory, which is in China. Less than the competitors. 680 kilometers according to CLTC. In real life, it will likely be about 550. If it's winter, it will probably be around 350 kilometers driving calmly. Anyway, smaller battery than the competitors. The only thing they were telling me today was that they have some super advanced software. Better than the competition. They have better energy consumption. Anyway, as you know, they make flying cars. And they're really into it. And they have some of the most advanced technology. I don't know. In any case, the numbers the Chinese put on paper for CLTC correspond exactly to the CLTC tests. So anyway, it's small and not enough. There's got to be 100 on a 5-meter sedan. There's got to be 100 at least. But then it wouldn't be that price. And here's what they haven't cut corners on. For this price and this body size, there's no competitor with this level of autopilot. Xpeng, as you know, has made significant strides in autopilot technology. They are currently leaders with Huawei. There are teams in TikTok that are very seriously testing autopilots in cars, buying cars and crashing them. And in general, they consider the Huawei and Xpeng as the leaders today. This car has 27 sensors, detectors, and cameras. There's a dash cam built in. And the auto parking here is on the level of expensive cars. In other words, you drive up, hit a button, exit the vehicle, and head home. The car will autonomously find a parking space, park itself, and secure the doors. I press here 1, I press here 2, I press here 3, then I went about my business. Basically, I can go now. The car will lock itself as soon as it's parked. Everyone's seen it before. But for this price, what do you think? What else you don't get for 30 grand? No air suspension. The doors don't have auto closers. 255 by 45 20s. Michelin wheels. Ventilated disc brakes and in the back too. Well, let's roll. They really wanted to throw a big, soft-sided liftback sedan into their lineup. But as you can see, they started producing it very carefully. To the question, when there will be a version with a second electric motor on the air suspension, they answer that there is no information from the factory yet. I am more than sure they will gauge demand now. If sales remain consistently good, we can expect a performance version soon. So, how does it drive? It's designed to be soft. A car where you feel great. Comfortable, soft, and cozy. You drive in the busy city with ease. Around you are pleasant materials, awesome software. You see skyscrapers around. Your passengers enjoy it. Everyone in the back seat is happy. You possess one of the world's top autopilots. They proudly announce that they've included AI that learns your habits for the first time in the market. Actually, my point is that because Xpeng flies, They spend a huge amount of money on IT people and software that is the same for all their products. In traffic, you can activate massages, watch movies, turn on autopilot, and relax. They also boast that their sensors and detectors are indifferent to the weather, whether it's dark, rainy, or sunny. The autopilot works the same. Handling is just average. Unlike budget brands like Cherry, Havel, Exid, and others, this is a completely different level. I don't know about 180 to 200, but at the speed allowed in China, it's a completely controllable car. Soft everyday suspension. More comfortable than the BMW 5 Series, but steers slightly worse. The handling is closer to the Mercedes E-Class, but I'd say it's a bit sharper than the E-Class. But there's a downside. The suspension itself doesn't work as quietly as the German 3. Here and in general, soundproofing is worse than in the Germans. It's just average, like the competition for this money. Nothing remarkable. However, the regeneration mode is there, and it's strong, which is not the case with the competition. So, in general, this is the liftback we got. Xpeng did well recently when they launched the mono sedan, which is smaller, and it's being bought very well. It's very interesting to see what sales will be like on the P7 Plus after the hype dies down. Something tells me that sales will be consistently good. Okay friends, thank you for your attention. If you liked it, give it a bold like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to not miss the new videos. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. I'll say goodbye and see you again.